Howdy y'all, Stock Warden here, back with another video. Today's video we're looking at Palantir Technologies and how they have finally smashed their resistance line to make a full breakthrough. So as it stands right now, the company is almost 30% on the positive side for a huge bull candle that we can see as of Tuesday. So, and there are a lot of reasons why Palantir Technologies finally had this breakout, along with a lot of other stocks as well. So, we'll go ahead and get straight into it. So, Palantir Technologies is been pushing their financial results, and it is really shown as evidenced by its Q2 beating BOFA securities. So they had originally downed Palantir and has continued downing Palantir, which has kept the stock itself on a low budget trend, along with keeping a lot of high profile investors at bay at the same time. So, but the company reported a Q2 adjusted earnings of 0.41 per diluted share, with a revenue of $1.94 billion, which is up from $1 billion last year. So Palantir also has raised its 2026 revenue outlook to between 8.15 and 8.16 billion from 7.65 to 7.66 billion previously. So that is a huge financial increase and boost for Palantir Technologies. So with their AI strategy focusing on partnerships and customers' results, it's boosting all of its U.S. commercial businesses, and it's also further bringing into the commercial customer count has been ever so much rising, where now it's been up over 35% year over year to now 653, while a trailing 12-month revenue per U.S. commercial customer has increased 76%, up to $3.5 million just in the second quarter alone. So the company also saw increased business with the U.S. government through its sovereign AI offerings. So, and not only that, the BOFA Securities ended up raising its 2026 sales forecast for Palantir as well, up to 8.42 billion from 7.8 billion, citing that the growth in its commercial and government segments are definitely one to rival, and that they are continuously building as a company, not just as a stand-up, but also as a full-blown scalable company as well. So now they have changed their rating to a buy rating with a $255 price target for Palantir Technologies. So that is one huge section of news for Palantir Technologies in and of itself. So, and not to mention just that, but Mizuho is maintaining an outperform for Palantir Technologies, raising their price target from 185 to 215 a share as well. So then you also have UBS. They are maintaining their buy on Palantir, and they're also raising their price target from $200 to $220 a share. So it's kind of showing that there is a heavy trend now that Palantir Technologies is going back to where it was last year, heading back up into that $200 a share range, with price targets well exceeding $200 a share flat. So that is something that is really great that is coming down the line for Palantir Technologies, something that I believe is way and well overdue because of how much this company has been doing nothing but moving forward and pushing the needle as much as they possibly can in all segments of the market that they can latch into. So, and not only that, so the next part of Palantir Technologies having this awesome jump is that the US equity markets ended up a lot higher with a huge tech stock rise because the entire tech sector across the entire stock market exchange has ended up boosting all the way across the board. So, and it's definitely showing that tech has been put to the side and to the back burner over the past 6 months, especially with all the different problems going on in the world as far as the Russia and Ukraine war, along with the war with Iran that's going on, because there is a lot of key factors and key players that are going into all of these, along with, like right now, crude oil is falling down as the Strait of Hormuz is starting to end up negotiating reopening yet again with Iran and the Strait of Hormuz with the U.S. and Iran agreement. So, which at this point, all of that is to be kind of a back and forth because they've already went into it once and kind of fell back out of it. So now we're going back into it again. So hopefully this time around it'll stick. So then even more than just the tech market in the stock can end up going higher. So then the global markets in itself can register even more and higher records with more upbeat forecasts coming into practically all successful stocks and companies. So that in itself is the highlights of Palantir Technologies on what's happening with them. So they finally came out with their earnings report, and it was absolutely huge for them to come in and smoke their earnings estimates. So because they were only estimated for 0.34 and they had an actual of 0.41. So that's absolutely huge. Their market cap has risen to almost $390 billion, with their average volume still ever so slowly creeping up, where we finally broke through the 45 million marker for the 30-day moving average. So that is something also to be seen, that they are continuously moving up and forward in the trend. As you can see, it's never stopped. Palantir Technologies has always beat the expected. So that is everything that I have on Palantir Technologies. So I hope you all were able to enjoy the video and kind of get a little bit more on what's going on with Palantir Technologies. And not only Palantir Technologies, but also check your other stocks as well if they are within the tech space, because they more than likely did have a pretty good percentage shoot up as well. And if so, drop it down in the comments below and let me know what stock is it that you watch or you hold that's in the tech industry that just seen a huge boost across the board with this full market tech jump. So, and not only that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. So this is the Stock Warden, riding off. So y'all come back now, you hear?